Hi guys, good afternoon. How is the election in your area? Hello guys, hi. It's been a while I've used StreamYard. Hi guys, good afternoon. So I'm not going to take time. I'm just going to get into the video, okay? When you guys come in later, we'll just kick up from there. Um, yeah, so I want to talk about YouTube guidelines as well as what's it called now? What the Nigerian law states about cyber digital. Hi, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining. I can't see your name, but thank you for joining. So we're going to be talking about what the Nigerian law talks about digital rights, as well as the YouTube community guidelines, okay? Because our landlords, YouTube, they have their guidelines on how creators, commenters, how you're supposed to use their platform, okay? I know a lot of us are doing reaction videos, commentary videos, etc., etc. But I just want this to be like some sort of sensitization so that we can know the limits of what the law states and what is legally allowed, so we don't get ourselves into trouble. There's an American YouTuber. I don't know if you guys know her. I used to watch her a lot, Tasha K. So was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago? Tasha K is like a reactor. She's like a reaction video, a gossip channel, da 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 da. So she said some things about Cardi B then. Hi, thank you so much for joining. I'm using StreamYard. I can't see your name. So she said some things about Cardi B that time, and people kept telling her to Cardi B kept telling her to take down the videos, to apologize and all of that. Tasha K was doing agidi, like, you can't tell me nothing, you can't do this, you can't do that. Then Cardi B took her to court, okay, because you know, in foreign countries, in European countries, America, things like defamation, slander, those type of things, cyberbullying, cyber harassment, these are things that are taken very seriously, okay? Because in as much as we all have our freedom of speech, freedom of expression, the next person also has a right to their person. They have a right to their privacy. They have their own rights too as citizens of whatever nation. But I want to talk about the YouTube community guidelines, okay? What does the YouTube community guidelines state about cyberbullying, cyber harassment? Because these, like in law, they'll say, okay, it's a new area of jurisprudence, because in Nigeria, for instance, you don't have a lot of cases about cyberbullying, cyber harassment, and all of that. But it doesn't mean that in time now, because Nigeria, we have our own laws about digital rights and freedom of information bill that has been passed into law. So when you go outside the limit of what the Nigerian law states, somebody else can go to court and go and seek redress. That's why I want to do this video, because we are getting to a time where it will be one small YouTube video, they will slam somebody 100 million. It will be like film trick. Yes, it will be like film trick, because they will not say, is it not just video? Is it not just reaction video? Can't I say my opinion? Nobody say you should not say your opinion, but just know that in saying your opinion, you should do it within the ambit of the law. You should do it with respect to other people. Yes, there's something called fair use. Fair use is when you can make use of content from other people and talk about it, talk about celebrities, talk about all of that. That's fair use, okay? But when it now becomes bullying, harassment, making light of children, saying that, in fact, let me not talk, let it not be like I did talk. Let's start with, before I start talking about what the Nigerian law states, let us go to let me break down the YouTube community guidelines, okay, so that we know because there are certain things that we do on this platform that when people begin to take these things seriously, YouTube can actually bring down your channel. It's not fight, it's not anything. Once you go against their community guidelines, they can bring down your channel. And it's good that most of us have this information so that you don't think that somebody is witch hunting you. Every platform has their rules, every platform has their regulation. So I'm on the YouTube community guideline page. There are many issues. There are many issues on the YouTube community guidelines, but I'm going to talk about child safety. I'm going to talk about thumbnails. I will start with harassment. I'm going to start with harassment and cyberbullying. What does YouTube community guidelines? Let me first of all start with that before we now go to what the Nigerian law states. Okay, so the YouTube community guideline says that content that threatens individuals is not allowed on YouTube. We also don't allow content that targets an individual with prolonged or malicious insults based on intrinsic attributes. So you pick up one, like what has been going on with editorial, for instance. If it is prolonged, editorial has a right to go to YouTube that she's a subject of okay, sorry, the network is bad. So according to this YouTube community guideline, YouTube does not allow content that targets an individual with prolonged. Once you do 1, 2 video, it's not enough. You now do 3, 4. Okay, sorry guys, this network. I should go back to you. I think I may just go back to streaming on YouTube itself. So YouTube says that we don't allow content that threatens individuals. We don't allow content that targets an individual with prolonged or malicious insults based on intrinsic attributes. Now, when they say prolonged, that is more than necessary. It's taking longer than necessary. You do the first one, you do the second one, you do third, fourth, 5, 5th, 6th on one particular person. That person can go to YouTube because it is against protected group status. That's different. But when it's these things, it is not like in Nigeria that is just intrinsic attributes. These attributes, his name, or insult somebody is against the YouTube policy. Content uploaded with the intent to shame, deceive, or insult a minor is not allowed on YouTube. It's against YouTube policy. A minor is defined as an individual under the legal age of majority. This is usually anybody below the age of 18. So any content that has to do with a person that is below the age of 18, YouTube says we don't want it. And it's not just only video. It says this policy applies to videos, video description, comments, live stream, and any other YouTube product or feature. They said, bear in mind that this is not the complete. Then this can include clickable links, verbally directing users to another site. So let's say you don't do the insult or you don't do the malicious content on YouTube. You now say, check the link in bio, let it go to another place. It is against YouTube community guideline, and your channel can be taken down for that, for these simple reasons of prolonged name calling. So once a video is getting to more than 4 or 5 is already is on a particular person, with insults, with to shame a person, to all those things. YouTube says it is not allowed on their platform. Let me just move on to hate speech. The one I just talked about is on cyber bullying and harassment. So if a content feed is in any of these place, is cyber bullying and harassment, and you can go on that person's channel, report the channel, report whatever, that you can report a comment. If a comment is targeted at an individual, you can report that comment and say that this comment is harassing my person. That's very good. It is against YouTube community guideline. It's not allowed. It's not allowed on YouTube. Okay, let me go to the next one. Hate speech. Hate speech is not allowed on YouTube. We remove content promoting violence or hatred against individuals or groups based on the following attributes: age. If you come and say, I'm senior to you, Oyibo not be like Nigerians, they don't allow it. Caste, disability. And you see, the issue of disability, Oh my God. Hi guys. I'm so sorry. The network is bad. Should I let me end this live stream?